Hey guys and girls, my name's Dan. Welcome back to the forge. In this rough and ready, we're going to be looking at that hardy shank weird idea I had the other day. In a recent video, we made this wooden wedge that attached to the shank that I made for this blacksmith helper. And I'd like to explore one of the things that I mentioned in that video, which was this, but you could have also just drilled a hole and maybe try a nut and bolt. That might work nicely as well. How you're going to tighten that up, I'm not 100% sure, but you could make some sort of system where you used the thread on top just to pull that tight. So there's a few. In hindsight, making a piece of tooling like this with the slot in and then making the wedge and forging it like in the previous video, hopefully there's a link somewhere. I think it's over there, but it's probably over here. But anyway, making something like this is quite a challenge, and I know that's quite a challenge. And at the end of the video I said that I thought there was a way of doing it without punching this hole and using a series of nuts and bolts. So I'd ordered some bolts. These are the bolts that I've ordered, this nice self-coloured bolts that I'm going to end up putting in the kits to send to people. But what I thought I would do as well is put a nut and bolt in there and some extra little bits and bobs so people at home could have a go at making what I'm going to try and make now. This is one of the limited editions that I'm doing, whereby basically I'm going to assemble them for you, paint them, put the stickers on, extra set of tooling, and you get this shank set up. So if you are interested in getting hold of that, there's some information about it at the end of the video. Also, tools for Christmas, there'll be some information about that at the end of the video as well, so check that stuff out too. Okay, so in the kits you receive a piece of material that you will be able to use for your hardy based off the measurements that you gave me, hopefully. So what I'm just going to do first is put a really shallow taper on this bit, 25 inch square. Just so it looks like a hardy shank basically. That's the base of just a bit of steel. You could grind this on. Okay, so I'm just going to take the corners off. And like I said in that video, more often than not, the reason your hardy shank won't fit because the corners are stopping it. So the depth of the hardy hole that Honor has, which this tooling's going to, the shortest depth was 60 and the longest was 64 millimeters. So I'm going to pop this center dot just below 50, and then that way we can use the screw thread that I'm going to put in the top here to pull that up in tight with another bolt located down here. Okay, start with, I'm going to tap this hole in the side because I want to see how well that works. Tapped. I've started it with a drill. I still don't have a tap wrench. I will sort a tap wrench. I was thinking maybe I should forge a tap wrench or make a tap wrench of my own. These smaller taps. I abuse tooling sometimes, and I know, so leave it in the comments and tell me what an absolute crazy person I am. This won't fit in my anvil, but this will fit in this anvil quite spaciously. And I'm hoping it's going to fit into Honour's when he gets his. And just like that, fixed on like a dream. I'm really impressed with that. That worked super well. I wasn't expecting it to hold quite as tight as it is, but it has. I'm going to take this out of here and tell you how you can get your hands on one. So this is your bog standard basic kit. You get everything in here to assemble the kit and make the tooling that goes with it. There's no hardy or anything with this kit. That's up on the Etsy, so if you want to make it yourself, it comes with all the drawings and there's a video to complement it as well. Or alternatively, you could buy the limited edition assembled kit. You get the helper in the blue with the logo. You get all the bolts you might want or need in order to put together the shank. You get the material for the drift. You get the material for your shank. Obviously you won't get this whole bar. You'll get a piece of the bar, the right amount for your hardy hole. And then you'll get the 2 sets of tooling as well. There's only a limited number of these, so when they're gone, they're gone. There's nothing, I'm not going to make any more. They're definitely not going to be ones with stickers and extra tooling and extra shank bits. After Christmas, they're all going to be individual kits. So if you do want one, go and check out the Etsy, link in the description. This was awesome. I think this worked really well. I've really enjoyed making it. Super quick, super easy. Hopefully Honour will be happy with it as well. I want to go over 2 things there. I just want to talk about Christmas ordering, deadlines and so on and so forth. And then I would like to talk about measurements and how I use and display measurements on the channel. I'm going to do that first. I quite often get salty comments from people about either the measurements are too complicated because there's too much going on, or I use mils wrong, or I should be using imperial because it's a superior measurement, or whatever. And to be fair, I try to be as accommodating as possible, but I think some of the comments, there's some genuineness to some of the comments. Some of the comments are just people being ignorant, but I'd like some feedback from you guys at home. If you feel I should stick to one measurement system and then in writing down below give the alternative, that's one option. Continue to do what I've been doing, try and be a bit more clear about what I'm saying, or I don't want to alienate anyone. The point is, I don't want to alienate anyone, and some of the comments, like for example with this kit, I am going to find an imperial option for people who live in the States, because I don't necessarily think they're going to have metric tools laying around. Not everybody will. Some people will. But there will be someone out there that will go, yeah, but I live in America and I can't get hold of M8s. Okay, you can, but you just don't want to. So I don't know what to do. So in the comments, let me know down below. I might do a survey on this on the Instagram, but just down below, just say what you think would be the best thing to do. I personally would rather do everything in metric and then have some sort of imperial conversion down below. More people use metric. End of discussion. And even in the States, I think metric is becoming more popular anyway. Christmas! If you want tools, I'm still making tools. Right, so first thing is, up until the new year now, if you want a private commission, there are a few private commissions that were kicking around still that I need to get finished. But if anyone else wants one, nah, I ain't doing them until next year. If you want to order tools, you've got till the 6th of December. That's the last or the first Sunday in December to order tools. After that, the shop is closed. If you're in the States, my aim is to get everything shipped out before the 14th of December. It should be at its destination before Christmas. It should be, fingers crossed. I'm going to try and get stuff out on the 11th, 12th, 13th and 14th. However, it should be out then. Whereas here in the UK, I can run all the way up until, I think it's the 21st. I'll double check that, but so if you want stuff for Christmas, order it as soon as possible. Make sure I've got enough time, make sure it gets in. As of the 6th of December, that's the first Sunday in December, the shop is closed. You cannot buy anything else until the new year. I'm going to leave the video there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you are a subscriber, please ring that bell for notifications. Tells you every time I make videos. I try to make videos as often as possible. I make about one a week normally, sometimes a bit more, sometimes a bit less. It just depends how things are going in the workshop. These rough and readies are a bit easy to make because I needed to make this stuff anyway. Sometimes we make dedicated films. But if you'd like to support the channel, there's a few other ways that you can help out. One way is to drop a comment down below. Obviously, let me know what you thought about the metric system. Let me know what you think about my crazy idea. Let me know what you think of the blacksmith helper. If you'd like to help in other ways, you can go to the description, and in the description there are a couple of links. There's a link to my Instagram. You can DM me there, you can follow stories, which is like sort of behind the scenes stuff that's going on sometimes, some early extras and bits and bobs. And then you can also see the grid whereby you can see all the cool stuff that I've made and decided that I'm happy with and would like the whole of the world to see forever. Well, for as long as Instagram goes. You could also go over to the Etsy where you can buy everything from merchandise to tools to stock. And like I said just before, on the 6th we are closing and there won't be any more orders taken until the new year. So if you do want something, go over and check it out, have a look, see what you like. No, there'll be no commissions. I can't add any extras on. There's no way that we can do any deals or anything just yet. New year, there will be new stuff coming, I promise. Right, that's everything. Thank you so much for joining me. I will leave a link up here to a video that YouTube thinks is good for you. This down here is a video that was recently uploaded. This down here, I think, is probably going to be some other blacksmith helper nonsense, and that one there is the subscribe button. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye-bye.